Hello and welcome to Will's Casual Bike Check. Thought it might be interesting, we went open water swimming earlier and I forgot my GoPro, so that video has now been delayed by a week, but I thought it might be interesting if I do a quick run through of my current race bike and how it's set up for me at the minute. So let's start at the front. Nice Zipp 808 wheel there, a matching pair of those actually, which is always good, although some people do like to run a disc in the back, but financially I wasn't able to realise that dream. So instead, we've got matching 808s, which is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I'm not asking anyone to cry for me here, but there you go. So moving up, we then got integrated brakes on the frame. The frame being a Boardman Air TT 9.8 in a size medium, I think. I got this when I was working at a bike shop over in Derby, and it's now like 4 years old, so it's pretty old, but I mean, I think Chris Boardman kind of knew what he was doing at the time with aerodynamics, so I'm not really thinking I'm losing out on too much there. And it's black and it's got yellow bits on, so that's cool. Moving up to the cockpit, I've got a Zipp Vuka Alumina, which crazy American pronunciation of aluminium. It's just a standard bull bar. I did have regular handlebar tape on it, but today we tried a new thing and it's pretty cool. So this grip stuff, basically, it was a bit of a bitch to get on, but once you get it on, you then hit it with a heat gun and it's like rubber tubing and it shrinks onto the base bar, and then it's now completely locked in place. It looks super cool, it's really minimal, hopefully more aerodynamic than bar tape, and yeah, I think it looks really smart, so I'm well impressed with that. And then the other thing on the cockpit, which I finally got around to doing today, if you've seen my video on my aero bike fit with Kieran, then I ended up finding my fastest position was with a different set of extensions. Now I've finally put those extensions on this bike. They're Zipp Alumina 110, I think, so they've got a bit of a rise on them. And yeah, I'll be giving those a first try out, but I think they look pretty cool and it gets my position, my head a bit lower down, so that's ideal. I've got the K-Edge Wahoo bolt mount and the Wahoo bolt, which is, yeah, really like the Wahoo bolt. I had a Garmin before and it's just so much easier to use this Wahoo. Syncing routes to it, workouts, it counts you down TT style like the world champs, which is always a good thing. We all like to dream. And then it's got the regular Zipp arm pads on there and a pretty standard stem as well. So the big thing recently I ended up costing about £1,000, I think, all in, which is a hell of a lot of money, was to convert this bike to Di2. Now, I did race and came off my bike partly because of my chain slipping and broke my wrist, and it was a bit of a bad time, so I needed a bit of a confidence boost, and Di2 was that. It was a lot of money, but I think on a TT bike it's a must-have. It makes life so much easier, and you're not going to drop your chain, break your wrist, spend a year out, have surgery, and fail on all your hopes and dreams. So then moving back a little bit further, I've got an Adamo split nose saddle, cut nose as well. That's really comfy, stops you going numb. Can't really complain. It's done the job. It's seen a lot of ass, so it's holding up. And then I've got a Tax rear-mounted drinks bottle there, which is good. It keeps the drink out the wind behind you, and when I'm racing I also have a torpedo bottle on the front too, so between those two that's normally good for a 70.3. Moving back again, I've got a Quarq 170mm crank Powermeter on there with just some standard look Keo pedals. That's been faultless. Like I've heard of people messing around with power pedals and one side crank. This does both side readings and it's a coin cell and it seems to last forever and it's never let me down or dropped out. So yeah, I'd thoroughly recommend a Quarq Elsa. I think it's probably moved on a bit now, but that's what I've got and it's wicked. So then the other Zipp 808, as I alluded to earlier, very nice at the back of the bike, and Ultegra Di2 front and rear mechs, and they do the job perfectly. The auto trim functions and just never having to worry about slipping a gear or anything is just really nice, and then integrated brakes again on the back. the Zips, I'm also running Continental Force and Attack tyres front and rear, so I think it's 24 at the front, is that right? 24 at the front and 26 at the back, and those kind of mate up really nicely with the profile of the 808s, so hopefully that's nice and aerodynamic. And then inside those I've got Vittoria latex tubes too, and they actually made a surprising difference. I was a bit skeptical, but latex inner tubes, less rotating weight, I think they've got better rolling resistance properties, and they really changed the feel of the bike. So that is my Boardman Air TT 9.8, sort of custom build, lots of random parts. It's nowhere near what you'd get off the shelf, and I really like it, and it goes pretty quick, and I don't think I'll be changing it for a while. So there you go. I will have that swimming video at the end of next week. We're going to go open water swimming again this week while the weather's still nice, but hopefully that was interesting. If you've got any questions about the bike, leave them down in the comments. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe, because I will have more videos with action and more entertainment coming soon. So yeah, I'll see you then. Evening, I hope you enjoyed that very entertaining bike check. And I just wanted to say a massive thank you. I've actually just reached, I hope you can see that. Nope. There you go, 100 subscribers. That's pretty crazy. I think that's been like 60 subscribers in the past couple months or so, and that's yeah, that's really cool. So I want to say a massive thank you, and I'm now, I guess the next milestone is 1,000, so hopefully you can stick with me until then. That'd be great. Cheers.